Hi everyone, today I wanted to do a quick tutorial about this braid that I'm calling the double twist back mixed up braid. So to start off, we're going to section out the hair in front of our ears and just separate that from the rest of the hair. We're going to take these two sections and twist them back kind of like we're just doing a really simple half up, half down style, and just twist those two pieces and then secure them together in the back with a rubber band. When I'm doing braids or styles like this one, I like to use these little small elastic rubber bands that you can find at any drugstore. They come in packs of like 300 and are really great to use for styles like this. So as you can see, I'm just securing the two twists together with one of those little rubber bands, and I'm trying to make sure that no other hair from underneath is getting caught in that elastic. Now if your twists don't get quite twisty enough, you can go ahead and loop your hair around itself a couple times, as you can see I'm doing here, just to make the twist a little bit more prominent. And also I recommend checking this, kind of like checking your work in a mirror and making sure that those twists are even. As you can see, mine's a little bit uneven. I didn't have a mirror I was working with, so I was just kind of winging it. But that way then your twists will be even and a little bit better looking end result. We're going to start the main braid, and what I'm doing is I'm just sectioning off all my hair into 3 sections and starting just a regular 3-strand braid. And with this braid, what I like to do is change it up a little bit. So I'll go doing a regular 3-strand braid for a bit, and then as you can see I'm doing here, I put 2 sections together and then I begin doing a fishtail braid just to add some interest. So a fishtail braid is you have 2 sections and then you take small sections across from either side, and it starts to make kind of a herringbone type of effect. So I'm just going to go through and do a fishtail until it is long enough to my liking. So at this point I've fishtailed enough to my liking, so I'm going to take one of those 2 sections and then split that one into 2, ending me up with 3 sections. And I'm just going to start doing a regular 3-strand braid again. I just repeat this pattern of 3-strand braid, fishtail, all the way down the length of my hair. Here I'm just coming a little bit closer so you can see me doing the fishtail, how I'm taking a small section from one side and then crossing it over and repeating that. And if you have layers in your hair, like you can see I do, don't worry about them too much. If you want to try to tuck them in, go for it. As you can see, I was a little unsuccessful, but go ahead and not worry about it, because then we're going to just mess up the braid in a minute. Once you've braided all of your hair, but before you put the elastic in, go ahead and go through each loop of your braid and pull it out a little bit to make it look bigger and fluffier. This is an especially useful trick for girls who have thin or fine hair like I do. As you can see, as I pull that braid apart, it starts to look like I have a lot more hair than I initially did in that braid. So just go through up and down the entire length of your hair, and then once you're happy with how it looks, you can go ahead and put in your elastic. If you're not a huge fan of pulling apart the braid before you put in the elastic, go ahead and fluff it up just a little bit, and really simply like you see me doing here, just taking it and kind of pulling it apart a little bit. And don't forget all the way up in the back, but as you can see, it just adds more dimension and makes the braid look bigger and less tight, and adds, you know, considerable amount of volume to a braid where I don't normally have that much hair. Thank you guys so much for watching. Don't forget to check out my blog for pictures and more, and tag me if you recreate this style on any social media with Northwest Blonde or NW Blonde. And thanks for watching. See you guys next time.